Guy bought a used car. When he was modifying it, he discovered a shocking secret. The entire body was made of gold. He couldn't believe his eyes, so he lifted the hood. He scratched it a few times, and the cover soon revealed its gold color. The guy was completely dumbfounded. Then he happily sanded the rest of it. The same golden color appeared. As he did so, he began to fantasize about the future. Finally, to prevent others from noticing, he covered the original color with a coat of white paint. He sawed off a piece of the exhaust pipe and took it to a pawn shop to check its authenticity. The pawn shop owner took it with disdain and said, "Even if it's gold, it's still the worst kind of scrap and can only be bought at the lowest price." The boss polished the gold color on his hand and put a few drops of reagent on it. He said this is the only way to test the purity of the gold, according to the color of the reaction to determine how many impurities contained. But when the results came out, the pawnshop owner was stunned on the spot. He couldn't imagine that a guy dressed in such rags could produce gold of such high purity. He asked the guy where he came from. Of course, the guy wouldn't tell him, so the owner left his phone number and told him to take as much as he could get. The scene changes. Soon the guy was being targeted by the mob, so he's ready to drive his car out of the country, but halfway across the border, he gets a flat tire, so he found a repair store. The owner asks for a high price, but the guy didn't have that much with him, so he gave him the gold exhaust ring he brought with him. The owner was half convinced. After checking further, he decided it was real gold, so he deliberately took the guy to the side. He asked his men to take the car inside. After careful inspection by the mechanic, soon they discovered the secret of the car. The mechanic reported the incident to the boss in dialect.